Was wrestling something that you watched growing up? I know you did like a lot of bodybuilding and fitness competitions before getting into wrestling.
Not at all. I was a cheerleader and gymnast, and I took a lot of dance classes. And when I did one bodybuilding competition, just one. That's at the
One?
middleweight, and someone uh, approached me at the gym and said, "You should do a bodybuilding competition." And I was like, "Oh, what is?" I thought this guy was hitting on me. I'll be honest with you, because gyms are, just like a bar. And
Yeah.
and he goes, "I'll help you with your diet. I just need to clean up your diet just to get you." And I go, "When is this competition?" And he goes, "In 30 days." And I go, "What?" I ended up doing that. Then I saw the Fitness America on television with the dance routine, the gymnastics, and the bikini, and like the muscles and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's what. Then I said, "Screw this bodybuilding. This is not me. I'd rather do that to show personality and stuff like that." It was like a pageant for bodybuilders, and you had to do certain moves in your routine to show your strength. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was, yeah, and that's how I met Tori Wilson, was through fitness competitions. Yeah, and Trish Stratus from the fitness industry. So yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
and then we became best friends. Ended up living with her years back, and then I lived with her again after my divorce. And yeah, we became super tight. And she got into WCW, and she brought me backstage, and I couldn't believe she was getting paid just to walk a guy down to the ring. And so that's opened my eyes, going, I think I can do this. And I would watch like RVD, Rey Mysterio, and I was like, being gymnast, I was like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? But me being a bigger girl, I'd rather be the powerhouse. Like, let the other girls fly around, because that's injuries, more injuries for the flyers. And I was like, I'll catch you. I'll catch you all day long. You know what I mean? So I got to use my muscle in that department.
when you're in that world, the training process is a whole nother animal in itself. Tell me about that, because when you're doing fitness modeling and all these other things, uh, it's no
Yeah.
joke getting into the
And
ring.
and me being super confident, going, well, I'm an athlete. I was a gymnast. I did bodybuilding. I ran track. I was a very competitive person. And in our cheerleading, it sounds foo-foo, but our cheerleading, we had to do gymnastics. Like, it was very competitive, very competitive. We did a lot of competitions. And I thought, of course, I thought, oh, I'm going to get this just like that. I thought it was a dance routine that you just go 5, 6, 7, 8 and do the whole routine, right?
Hmm.
And little did I know, oh my God, the first day I went to UPW, I sent in my tryout video and my package to WWF, and China gave me the address to where to send my stuff and my $600 VHS tape that I paid for my tryout video. And I was living in Los Angeles. No one presents themselves half-ass. Excuse if I'm allowed to cuss. I'm sorry, Stanley.
Okay, it's
But
fine.
you present yourself, or you just 100%, or you just don't present yourself. You don't send a backyard wrestling gig. You know what I mean? And they reached out to me. Kevin Kelly said, Jim Ross has never seen a tryout package so professionally done. And they're like, we see you wrestle. And I was like, oh my gosh. He goes, do you have wrestling? I go, I have 3 older brothers but I am an athlete. I think I can pick up quickly. And I went to UPW. I called them and said, hey, WWE reached out to me. And could I come to your school and learn? And John Cena was there, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Jerry Lynn. There were so many names, Frankie Kazarian. There were just all these people. Okay. I was very lucky. I went to the best of the schools. Okay. And learned from the best. And that later on was MCW Memphis with Jerry Lawler. And next was OVW. And they had me, I come in with my hair done, fake nails, looking cute with my matching workout gear. And they're like, hey, let's come in the ring. All right, let's see what you got. And they taught me how to bump. Yeah, that was initiation. I didn't realize it at the time. You start from the ground and you pound, and like, there's a technique for bumping without shattering your elbows or your neck. You have to tuck your neck and stuff like that. There's a lot of, and I came back the next day, and Samoa Joe and a lot of the guys were like, what are you doing here? And I go, I thought I was invited back. I drove 3 hours from Los Angeles, and they were like, we didn't think you were going to come back. And I go, I can't turn my neck this way, but now I need 29 days to learn how to wrestle to meet WWF at the time. And that's when Samoa Joe took me under his wing and he goes, okay, let me teach you how to tie up, lock up. I think that's just to weed out, I don't know how the training is these days, but back in the day, they're gonna wring the sweat, tears, and
Yeah,
blood
really,
out. You know what I mean? To see
really
how
put you
much
to work.
they
Yes,
put. Yeah, it's like if you can't handle this, you're not going to come back. You kind of weed them out right
it's a
away. You know what I
test.
mean? Because people think it's super easy to learn how to wrestle. I thought it was going to take me 30 days to learn how. Meanwhile, I'm in wrestling school for 3 years, and still, when I got brought up to TV, you're still learning. You're never. That's why I don't understand when there's graduations at wrestling schools. There's no such thing as graduation. Like you still keep on learning and like work the camera angles and like um, just how to sell and getting the fans to care. That's the
Hmm.
the psychology of it is the most difficult part. you
Right.
know